Yes, people, welcome back to Mission Podcast, and it's another edition of Kayfabe and Out, your weekly WWE show on this channel, joined by your regulars, DK, and, well, today he's named Triple Headie. I'm sure we all know who he's referring to there, but, yeah, man, three of us are here today, and we're going to do a special episode for you of Kayfabe and Out. We're going to be predicting the WrestleMania 42 card. It's a little bit early, but not too early. I mean, there's some set matches already that we can probably put down. So a lot can change between now and obviously after Chamber, when probably have more of an idea of what direction they're going in. But we're gonna have a guy. We're gonna give you our predictions. Let's see how accurate we are. But yeah. Any thoughts, boys, before we go into it?
A pretty uninspiring card I've got here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going based off what the company's actually doing. Like, it's not a fantasy card. We're booking a 1 million card. It's predicting what the company are gonna do in 2 months time. And I'll be honest with you, my card is pretty uninspiring. But like a few matches.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Like, you never know what's going to happen, especially at Chamber and then leading up to Mania. Anything can happen, especially with the injuries that have been, like the reports that have been coming out. So,
Listen, low
this might
ticket.
be the, when we look back at, when it's Mania and we look back at this, we'll be like, definitely your mind will be thinking, what the hell, but that's for you. Look.
Listen, there's been low ticket prices for Mania reportedly. So it's going to be interesting to see what big angle they pull out this time. They have no John Cena to rely on this time, so it'll be interesting to see, which that direction they actually go.
Yeah, as Danny mentioned, tickets. So they had like an emergency meeting regarding the ticket sales. How about just put out a better product to make prices cheaper? Simple in it, but I'm saying, but as Danny, to be honest, this card that I've produced is pretty boring. It's not anything special, but I'm going by WWE's booking. So yeah, let's not waste any more time. Then let's get straight into it. We're gonna do night one first. So we've all got 7 matches each for both nights. Who wants to kick us off? We'll go Danny then, since he's first.
So for the start of Mania, the opener, you always want like a big kind of match, right? Like this match, if it wasn't the opener, it would probably be the main event. I think that's how Mania matches go. The best 2 matches either be the main event or the opener, in my opinion. So you're gonna want to start with a blast. And listen, this match has been in jeopardy for the last, I'd say, few weeks, even months, since Seth's injury first and now Braun's injury. But I still think the company will still make this match happen. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see Seth staying off Mania, just especially with how they book him and he's one of the top stars. I just don't see them leaving him off Mania. Braun Breaker might be a close call, but if he's back by Mania, I can definitely see this match being one of the openers to night 1 or night 2. I definitely don't see him being the main event. I mean, it could, but again, it's not like, with both of them injured, they're not really building to it properly. And yeah, I think I'm going to go with Seth Rollins against Braun Breaker in a no holds barred match.
That's a great match to start Mania. I mean, like you said, Danny, they did it last year where they kicked off night 1. I think it was with, was it Gunther and Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, like you said, it was meant to be a main event. But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it's a solid prediction, especially with the low ticket sales. For me, I'm going to start off quite strong as well with WrestleMania Night 1. But I'm going in a slightly different direction. I'm going for meat on meat. I'm going Obafemi versus Brock to kick off Night 1.
That's a great match to set the scene.
Great match. Just a normal match, yeah?
Yeah, normal match.
Eddie.
Yeah, like we said, I'm going to continue the theme of starting off strong, but I'm going to go different. I'm going to go the triple threat match for the World Championship Women's between Raquel, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Rodriguez.
Okay.
I think, obviously, it's pretty obvious now that the WWE, they're going to push towards the Judgment Day breaking up. So I think leading up to Mania, I think the turn will eventually happen between them two. And then for Mania, it will be set in their match. And it'll just be a normal match. I don't think there'll be any stipulations with it.
Solid. That's a solid prediction, to be fair.
Eddie, your second match.
For this one, I'm gonna go. This is a gimmick match. This is my gimmick card already. The two El Grandes mask versus mask match. I know it's pretty early, but why not?
My
be funny
second.
though. I mean,
Uh,
they can't go worse than last year's Mania, where they had the New Day.
yeah, I guess. My second match then. I can't lie. I'm shamelessly have got quite a few multi-man matches on this, but this is the first of many. I'm gonna go for the women's tag team titles. I'm gonna go Rhea and Io defending against the Bella Twins and Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. And I think Charlotte and Alexa will have like one of them will turn heel during this match or after the match.
Oh man,
Because it's a weird one because I've seen people say Charlotte Alexa has its own match, but I don't know. I think that's a waste. That's a waste of a spot, in my opinion.
Okay.
man.
I'm gonna go with Liv against Stephanie. I don't think this is gonna be a triple threat match. I know they've been building to Raquel Rodriguez basically getting her title shot again after losing to Stephanie, but I think if Liv Morgan wins here, they can build to that turn where Raquel Rodriguez or Liv Morgan or Roxanne, one of them turns on each other and the Judgment Day implode, and then we could probably see uh Raquel Rodriguez v Liv Morgan title feud. But here, I think they'll keep it simple. They'll have Liv is Stephanie for the title, and Liv will probably win the title here. So for the world. Third match. Okay, so I can definitely see Trick Williams getting a singles match on the card. I think the company are really high on him, and we've seen it. Like SmackDown, he's one of the best things about SmackDown, period. And the guy he has been feuding with is Sami Zayn, right? So the story they can run here is pretty simple story. You've got the young, arrogant, cocky star who's just come into the main roster and he thinks he's better than anyone else, and he's taking the piss out of Sami Zayn for losing title shot after title shot, like he's not getting the job done. And Sami Zayn is this veteran who's trying to teach Trick Williams a lesson. So I think they'll probably go in this direction. Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah, that's a solid shout, Danny. For my third match, I'm gonna go for the men's IC title. I'm gonna go Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor in just a straight up singles match. They've been kind of teasing this for a long time now, but I think they're finally gonna pull the trigger, especially with the storyline they have with Finn. Right now, he's feuding with Punk. I think after he's gonna have like a really close match with Punk, and then after that, he's gonna decide to go for Dom and the IC title. It's about time. It's long overdue.
Is this a normal Finn or is it Demon Finn?
At Mania, it will be Demon Finn, yeah.
Yeah,
But it'll be like a surprise. He won't announce it.
yeah, that's fine. Heady.
Yeah, I'm gonna go same as Carpe. I'm gonna have them two, Demon Finn Balor. I think like similar to how SummerSlam 2024, where how the Judgment Day imploded. I think something similar will happen here.
Ooh.
And then for my other match, I will have the Usos. No, not the Usos. Sorry, the other. I don't know their names. The other tag team division, MFT and the the Bray Wyatts. That's their name. I don't know. I don't even know their name, bro. Speaks how bad they are.
Alrighty. Well, they've been having this feud MFT Y6 for God knows how long. I really hope they're not on the Mania card. This is the kind of match I think they'll probably do on like a SmackDown before Mania. I just don't
Yeah,
see them getting on the Mania card.
that's one of the I'm a bit of a spoiler, but that title match I've cut from the card and the women's US title, they're not getting a spot. Mania, sorry. It's my match now, yeah. Fourth match. Okay. I can't lie. This one's making me laugh. This one made me laugh a bit when I came up with it. But I'm gonna go division, right? A 6-man tag. So Logan, Bronson Reed, and Theory, right? The rest of the division versus LA Knight. And on LA Knight, he's teaming with Javon Evans and Mr. Bad Bunny. That would be my 6-man tag.
Spoiler alert, this is the exact same 6-man tag
Oh,
I
no
asked for
way.
Division 2. Yeah. I was thinking, I've got Ellie Natty and I've got Bad Money. I need a face on Raw who I can put in this match who's a really fun wrestler. And Javon Evans was actually the first wrestler that came to my mind. So I was like, yeah, I'll put Javon Evans with him too. Okay. I don't know if they're on this now though. Let me have a look. Yeah, I'm gonna go for. I mean, you both got this already here. Dominic Mysterio against Finn Balor. Our fifth match. Okay, this is the match before the main event. I've got the women's. I've got- Okay, so I'm gonna have the Raw Tag Team Championship now. They have to put Jay on the card. Like Jay's, whether people like him or not, he is one of the biggest stars, one of the biggest baby faces, guess one of the biggest pops. He's gonna undoubtedly be on the Mania card. I was thinking against two though, right? So I looked on the Raw side, and there's not a team that I think are worthy of being on the Mania card. Frankly, out of all the teams, you got the New Day, who after their stinker last year, keep him off the card. Creed Brothers, not really. Alpha Academy, not really. So this is the perfect time to reunite the Lucha Brothers. You put Penta and Rangoli back together, and you run brothers v brothers at Mania for the tag belt. So I'm doing the Usos versus the Lucha Brothers. Copy.
Yeah, I've got that match as well, but not on this night. I've got that night too. The next match I've got. This one's a bit, because usually they don't really put it on Mania anymore, which I think is dumb. But I'm gonna bring back the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. I think it's pretty dumb to just not have it on Mania, because it's a great way to get loads of wrestlers on the card that you can't really fit in. This one, everyone that's not on the card in the match, I'm throwing them in this one. And quick little fantasy booking. I'm gonna have the final two of this be the original El Grande and the new El Grande, and I'll have the OG one win. And as he wins and he's celebrating, he rips off the mask, and Chad Gable basically just announces he's going back to being Chad Gable and he's the new Andre the Giant Battle Royale winner. That's what I've got for my match.
Listen, after Mania, I really hope that Chad Gable just goes back to being Chad Gable. Like, I get this gimmick and it was fun for, how long it lasted. But Chad Gable, he's such an incredible talent, and I hope Triple H makes use of him after Mania.
Yeah, 100%.
Headie.
For my next match, I'll have again I'm gonna have the theme of multi-man matches. It'll be a triple threat match for the US Championship between Carmelo, Trick, and Ilya Dragunov.
Okay.
And then, this is my co-main. Okay. My co-main is going to be Logan Paul vs Bad Bunny. Just a normal street fight match.
Right, my co-main is going to be for the women's world title, Stephanie Vakir versus Liv Morgan.
Ooh, you guys not think Raquel's going to be involved?
I
don't know.
don't
It's
see him,
50,
man. Yeah.
I just feel like they can't drag this story out for longer, man.
I feel like they could save Raquel for after Mania.
Yeah.
That's true.
Definitely. All right. So the match before the main event, I'm gonna go with. I've got. Okay, this is the women's mid card title that will be on the line purely because she's one of the biggest names in the division, and again they've been feuding for a long time, and this seems like a fan spot for a on the card. AJ Lee against Becky Lynch for the RC title. They are having a match at Elimination Chamber, which where I probably expect if AJ Lee wins her title back, I expect Becky Lynch to win it back here at Mania. So I do think they run it twice. AJ Lee, Chicago, she wins it. Makes perfect sense. Becky Lynch gets a rematch at Mania, and this is where she wins it back. makes perfect sense. All right, my night one. This was a tough for me to predict, because after SmackDown last night, I mean, pretty much everyone's seen him. Cody Rhodes did win the Chamber qualifying, which
Yeah.
I did not expect that at all. I do think Cody will win the Chamber. Personally, I think Drew v Cody will be set up, but Drew did screw over Jacob Fatu too, right? And similar to how they got to Bianca, Rhea, and Io last year, it was Rhea and Io first, and then Bianca got
Yeah,
into
got
the match.
involved in the mix.
I
Yeah.
think they're gonna do this with Jacob. I think 2-3 weeks leading up to Mania, Jacob Fatu is just gonna cause riot, and then Nick Aldis is basically going to be forced to put this to make this match into a triple threat match for the world title. I know what direction Corp is going, and I don't think they're going to go in that direction personally. I think one person can get in the match max. I just don't see it being two people, and I do see Cody 100% winning the Chamber unless they do a big swerve in the Chamber, which I don't see. So my main event for night one is going to be for the Undisputed Championship against Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. Carpet.
This one's kind of, I can't lie, it's kind of hopey a minute, but I'm hoping. I mean, I wasn't very happy with reports coming out today with Randy Orton's plans for Mania, but it is what it is. I'm still going to be deluded though. I'm going for a fatal 4-way to close night one of Mania. I think either Jacob. I felt I'd have Jacob come in and screw Cody during the Chamber maybe, and then Randy Orton picks up the win. And I'm going Drew, Jacob, Cody, Randy at WrestleMania for the WWE title. Who I'd have win? 50-50. I think maybe I'd have Cody win, but it will end with Randy Orton. The night one will end with Randy Orton turning heel on Cody.
Just a suggestion, Carpet. Say at Chamber, because Randy and Cody are both in the Chamber. Say Cody pins Randy, and then Randy turns heel at the Chamber, and say someone else wins in Chamber, and we do maybe a guy like LA Knight wins in Chamber, and we do Drew v LA as like the opener, and do Cody v Randy in the main event. Would you like that, or would you be like, nah, I want it for the title?
Nah, it can't. I don't think it should
Has to be for the title, bro.
I don't think it should make. It can't main event without a title, in my opinion. Not like because it's the first match between them of the rivalry. It can't. You know what I mean?
That's the only way I can see them getting to a Cody Randy match, like a singles match, which they're never gonna do. That
I personally, I think Cody Randy in a fatal 4-way for the title makes sense, and then Randy turns after, and then you lead into Cody Randy feuding for the next however long after Mania. I think that's better.
So you have Cody winning.
Yeah, I'll have Randy's close to winning, right, and then Cody like breaks up the pin, and then Cody ends up winning, and then Randy. Similar to how, do you remember the Batista, Rey Mysterio, Undertaker fatal 4-way?
Oh yeah.
So something like that, basically. After Randy's like, "You're supposed to be my friend," blah blah. He just flips out and loses it.
Carpe, I'll just ask who you haven't taken the pin in that match.
Drew.
Yeah, either I'd have Drew take the pin, or even Randy himself, maybe.
Yeah, I asked that question because I've got the exact same match.
Yeah, 4-way, yeah.
Because I think, like you said, Cody, he did kind of like, I wouldn't say I think he'd Randy at the Rumble, obviously, because of what Gunther did, he moved out the way. I think Randy, and then with the Elimination Chamber coming up as well, I think Randy's going to be thinking, maybe this guy's got something against me. So I think eventually in their match, though, not in their match, what am I saying, man? Before their match at WrestleMania, like Drew and Cody's, I think he'll find a way to get entered into it.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see it as well, man. Especially last year, how they treated him. They're giving him Joe Hendry, man.
Not gonna lie though, Danny. I mean, you mentioned it because they might go for like a big angle to try and hype up Mania. They could do Randy turning heel at the Chamber.
That's the only, outside of The Rock maybe turning up, joining Cody or joining Drew. Outside of that, the only big angle they can run is Cody or Randy heel, isn't it? That's the only thing I can see outside of that. So I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, so that's our night one. Let me just go over it again. So Markord, Seth v Braun, Liv v Stephanie, Trick v Sammy, Dom v Finn, the Usos against the Lucha Brothers, AJ Lee against Becky Lynch, and my main event is a triple threat between Drew, Cody, and Jacob. Corpes, Obafemi against Brock Lesnar, Rhea and Io against the Bella Twins, against Charlotte and Alexa for the tactiles, Dom against Finn, The Vision against LA Knight, Javon Evans and Bad Bunny, Only the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Liv v Stephanie, and Drew v Jacob versus Cody versus Randy. Headies, Liv v Stephanie v Raquel, El Grande against El Grande, Dom v Finn, MFT versus YS6, Mello versus Trick versus Ilya, Logan against Bad Bunny, and the four-way Drew, Jacob, Cody, and Randy.
That's looking very strong, I can't lie. All three of our bookings I'd say they're fairly reasonable, other than mine, but yeah.
Okay, night two. Who wants to start night two?
I'll go because I went last.
Yeah, I don't.
So, in this match, I think night two is going to be the bigger night. I think Brock Lesnar and Obafemi has to start it. I mean, how long has it been since we've been having two-night WrestleMania? It's been, was it since 37?
36?
Or was it
The
36?
COVID one, innit? That was the first one.
Yeah, it was the quarter. I just got mixed up. I think you always see night two as the bigger day, even with SummerSlam last year.
Definitely,
Like, yeah.
but night one has always been the better night in map.
Yeah,
Mania
even last year, last
last year,
WrestleMania.
last year, Mania 39, Mania 38, and even Mania
Yeah,
37. The
even
first
40s.
night,
I think 40s was better as well.
40 was the one with Roman and Cody. But before that, 37, 38, 39, and 41. 91 has cleared all.
Yeah. I
Copy.
think
I'm gonna start off with a triple threat match for the women's I think it's WWE title. I'm gonna have Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton versus a returning Bianca Belair.
So, who do you see winning the Chamber, Copy? And how do you get that other person in the match?
Oh, I didn't really think it through like that, but I think because WWE are struggling, I don't know. Bianca's quite a big return. She hasn't been on for a while. Like, I don't know.
Because right now, Tiffy is part of the match. She's part of the Chamber match. So, I can definitely see Tiffy winning the Chamber. I'm not going to lie. And then maybe Bianca makes a return, and because she never got her rematch, so she'll probably say, I want my rematch for the belt, and that's the way she gets in. But yeah. Okay, my opener, again, retweet what he said. Obafemi against Brock Lesnar. It was either going to be Obafemi against Brock Lesnar on night one or night two. And I think you opened Seth Rollins night one's fine. It was a toss of a coin, basically. And I said, you might as well put Obafemi and Brock Lesnar on night two. But yeah, I don't buy the report of Brock Lesnar against LA Knight. That's a match that no one wants at all. That gives me similar vibes to Brock Lesnar against Dean Ambrose for some reason. I don't know why. I just don't see that match being any good. Pointless, no need for it to happen. Your perfect direction is Obafemi against Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar does return, he's meant to return in like a few weeks. You build that match with Obafemi. That's perfect, and you put Obafemi over. That's your next door. Makes perfect sense. It is nothing for LA Knight. I don't think that would be a reasonably good match, anyways. And I've got no interest in seeing LA Knight against Brock Lesnar. So yeah, I'm starting with Obafemi against Brock Lesnar. Alright, my second match. Let me have a look what I've got left here. Okay, let's go with. Alright, really similar to Corpus, but I don't see Bianca Belair being fit in time for Mania. Like, surely if she was going to be back for Mania, they'd have done something with her by now. And if she is back, I don't see her being in a title match straight away. But I am going to go for, and this is, I don't see how they get to this personally too. You know what? I'm going for Jade against Charlotte. This is a really, really uninspiring match, which I don't really care about. But I can see the crowd are finally behind Charlotte, right? Like the stuff she's doing with Alexa has been so good. They're finally behind Charlotte. If they have Charlotte win the belt, and that's the way you get to your Charlotte v Alexa match, Alexa can get jealous. If Charlotte pins Alexa in the chamber to win the chamber, then she wins the belt, and then we get the heel turn. I think that's a much better use of the heel turn because let's be honest, Charlotte and Alexa are still two of the biggest names in the division, so they can definitely have a title program. The only reason I'm running this is because I don't see Bianca Belair being back, and Jade v Tiffany for the 250th time. No, thank you. So I think the company are smart enough to not book another Jade v Tiffany match. That's what I'm going for. Again, they're all really behind Charlotte now, and the company will be willing to put her in another title match after last year's disaster. So, yeah, I'm going for Jade v Charlotte.
Right, match 2. I'm going for the world tag titles. The Usos versus the Lucha Bros, Penta and Rey.
There's no other team that'd be like, okay, yeah, let's get the Usos with the nudie on the card. No one's interested in that. I think the Lucha Brothers are really good opponents for the Usos, and again, they could reunite here and maybe take the belts again.
I can see them maybe making it multi-man and maybe division like Austin Theory and Bronson Reed, maybe.
I was thinking of that, but bro, I've already got too many multi-man matches. I can't anymore. Headie.
I mean, okay, let's have another retirement match. I'm gonna have Gunther and Rey Mysterio.
Whoa, young Ray retiring here.
Yeah, I think he's done, bro. He's just getting injured so often. I think we might as well continue the streak of Gunther retiring everyone. And to be honest, couldn't really think of anyone else who's close to retirement other than Ray.
That'll actually be crazy if it happens.
Yeah.
I've always said Dominic Mysterio is going to be the one that retires Rey Mysterio. But if it's Gunther, flipping hell.
I just think with continuing the streak of him doing
makes
it. And then my other match, um, I'm going to have Jade Cargill,
Yep.
as a wild card, Last Legend,
Jade and Last Legend.
and Bianca.
Jade versus Lash.
I have to get the PR in somehow.
You know what? I actually would demand this, especially getting Lash Legend involved, and she was
I
really good
think
at the Rumble.
with how she's been like showcased, she's seen as this really strong, dominant force. I think it's too early for her to win, but just having her in the match.
Definitely. Carpet.
Right, my third match, I'm gonna go Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, last man standing.
Last man standing here. Okay, third match. This is probably where I put the Vision match in. The Vision versus Bad Bunny, LD and Javon. Fourth match. Okay, so I've got 4 matches left. I've got 3 of them nailed down already. I'm trying to think of the other one. But okay, we'll go for the El Grande versus El Grande. Listen, I would demand if they went with Corpus direction where they just have them both in like the Battle Royal and do that. But I think if you gotta end this, you gotta do this masky mask right. And I'd actually have Gable win. Actually, no, I'd have a thing win. I'd have Ludwig win. He can carry the Gable. He can carry the gimmick on, and I want Chad Gable to reach. Chad Gable should.
Singles. I think singles push for Gable.
Gable should do this. Yeah, once he loses, he shouldn't acknowledge that gimmick at all. He should just say, "I've been away for this long." Like, just don't mention that gimmick at all. It's probably the best way for it to work. Have him lose. Don't have him unmasked right there. And the next night in a row, he turns up and he's be like, "Oh, I've been gone for 9, 8, 10 months, and I'm finally back." Something like that. It'd be much better than having him just, take his mask off there. In my opinion, personally.
Guys, can you just check the chat for 1 second?
This guy.
Copy.
Why would you even give that guy a singles match, bro? My fourth match, you know what? I'm gonna go AJ Lee and Becky Lynch for the women's IC title.
Nice. Heady.
For this match, I'm gonna have. Oh, hang on. bit of a pickle there. Okay, I'll have Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Just a normal standard match. I want to save this.
And your fifth match.
My fifth match will be the women's tag team match, the Rio and versus the Bella Twins. Only got the two core mains left. Okay.
Carpe.
Is it me? Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I'm gonna go Gunther versus Rey Mysterio, but this isn't gonna be for Rey's career, right? For me, I'm gonna go in a slightly different direction. I'm gonna have Gunther just be all cocky, you know. Rey comes out. Let's say Gunther keeps taking out luchadors, right? He took out Dragon Lee already. Maybe he goes after Rey Phoenix or whatever, yeah. Rey, you know, he's the, you know, OG luchador. He comes out, stands up for them, building into a program between them. But for me, instead of Gunther, I think Gunther is a prick. He doesn't need to just go for their careers all the time. I'd actually have Gunther come out and say, you know what, Rey, I do want to face you at Mania. And then Rey's kind of like, oh, you want me to put my career on the line? And then Gunther like smirks and he's like, no, Rey, I want something even better than that. I want your mask. I want you to take off your mask if you lose to me. I think
They're
that's
running the Frexium gimmick.
You know, another scenario that could be very, very good and add so much heel heat. Imagine Rey Mysterio having to unmask because of Gunther. Like, people are gonna hate him. And a little fantasy booking in this match. I'd have Gunther win, but obviously Rey's not gonna unmask. He can be on the verge of doing it, but I'd have someone like come out and stop it. This I'm undecided on. Either I'll have Dominic come out and turn babyface to save his dad, or this is a bit of a funny one. A returning AJ Styles comes out.
Oh God. Let you cook, bro. That's actually a good book in that.
My fifth match. Okay. You know what? I realized something. I've got a match here that I don't think I've put on night one. Let me have a look. No, I haven't. Okay, this is gonna be my. It's either gonna be this match or the US title match for my Aladdin match, and I think the US title match will probably be the match where they go put the title on the line in a Aladdin match. So I'm gonna go Melo versus Ilja versus Hobbs versus Black. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 versus
Matt Cardona.
Thanks, Eddie. I was trying to think of a mid card on
Oh
SmackDown.
shit.
And listen, this one might be crazy, yeah, because I haven't got him on my card so far. Like you two have.
Oh,
He should be in the main event, yeah. But the way it's been playing out, and I don't see them doing a black singles match on Mania. I can see them putting Randy Orton in this match. Listen, that's not what I would vote, but I can definitely see the company doing
Oh man.
something like this. All right. Before I get to my sixth match, I want to put the El Grande match on like a random row. I can see it happening here, but I can't miss the. Basically, you gotta have the Bella Twins on Mania, right? So I'm gonna do Rio versus the Bella Twins in a straight up 1-1 match. I don't think you need 1-1 tag match. I don't think you need any ladders involved here. Nikki Bella can't climb a ladder at this age. Maybe you could do it like a 4-way tag match without any best, like get Lyra and Bailey involved, and then maybe get Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne involved. You know what? Maybe I'll just do that. I don't think you can leave Bailey off the call actually last year where she got just to know about the company. And I'm gonna do I've got either the Judgment Day or I've got Julia and Kiana James or Nia. Actually, I'm gonna go Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. They've been building to that SmackDown yesterday with that tag title match. So I'm gonna go for Rio against Bella Twins, against Lyra Bailey, and against Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Okay, this one I think Cobb has already mentioned it. Actually, you both already mentioned it. Gunther versus Rey. This was tough picking because I just don't see. There were not many opponents for Gunther after. I mean, we spoke about this on the last pod a lot. He's retired AJ Styles. He retired John Cena, giving him Ray. Although he's one of the biggest names in the company, he's a legend. It kind of feels like a step down, but I couldn't think of anything else. Maybe Gunther holds an open challenge, and someone like a not Dominic Mysterio, Chris Jericho. Maybe he answers that, and this way you have Jericho return. Or maybe they just run Gunther v Rey. Let's say Dragon Lee gets attacked by Gunther after the match, and Rey Mysterio makes the save, and he says, "I'm facing you at Mania." And maybe they just do it as a normal singles match, and there's nothing on the line, because I don't see Rey retiring here. I know Kobe's with a mask on the line, but I don't see that being the case either. I can just see them doing a straight up Gunther v Rey match, and Gunther just wins. Kobe.
I'm gonna go with just for my co-main on night 2, a fatal 4-way match for the US title. Carmelo Hayes defends against Trick Williams, against Ilya Dragunov and Sami Zayn. I know Sami and Trick could potentially have their own match, but I don't know. There's other better singles matches, I think. I think they can just put them two in a US title match.
Headie.
Yeah, for my co-main, I will have. 1 second, let me find it. Already gone off it. Where the fuck has it gone? 1 second, lads. There we go, there we go. I'm gonna have the Usos West Division. I mean, like you said, Danny, how you said before, Triple H, he loves an entrance merchant, doesn't he? I think he'll just try and milk the most he can out of Jay before he somehow flops again in the match with his unsurprising botches. And then,
can all agree,
obviously, yeah,
so
yeah,
there's no need to predict
CM
that.
Punk versus Roman Reigns.
100% that's gonna close the show.
That'll be a
So
great match,
those
though.
are our Mania calls. I've got to say a lot of multi-man matches, which is Triple H's fetish. So listen, don't be surprised if we do get this many multi-man matches. But yeah, it was really hard fitting everyone on the card. Like Randy Orton had scrambling, right? Because I don't see him being part of the WWE Championship scene, and I just didn't have space for a Black v Randy singles match. So listen, put them both in the ladder match, and maybe we can get a cool RKO from for Randy Orton from the ladder or something like that. All right, let's go through all the night 2 cards, which is supposed meant to be the stronger night, but I'm not sure if my night 1 and night 2 is stronger. But opener, Obafemi against Brock Lesnar, Jade v Charlotte for the title, Division versus Bad Bunny, LA Knight, Javon Evans, Rhea and Io against the Bella Twins, against Lyra Bailey, against Nia Jax, not versus Lash Legend, and Lash Legend. Melo against Ilja, against Hobbs, against Black, against Cardona, against Randy Orton for. Let me just put it down for you. Ladder match. Ladder match for the US title. Gunther v Ray in a normal match, and Roman v Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Corpus, Jade v Tiffany v Bianca Belair, the Usos versus the Lucha Brothers, Seth v Braun, AJ Lee against Becky Lynch, Gunther v Ray with Ray's mask on the line, and a 4-way Melo v Trick versus Ilya versus Sammy, and Roman v Punk, and Headies, Oba against Brock, Gunther v Ray with Ray's career on the line, Jade versus Lash versus Bianca, Seth v Braun, Rio against Bella Twins, the Usos against the Vision, and Roman v Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. But yeah, those are our booked cards.
I'm not gonna lie though, if they do actually do just Drew Cody in the singles match, I can see them using Hell in a Cell to try and sell it.
Oh my days. 3 stages of hell and then a Hell in a Cell match, yeah?
Yeah, Drew Cody, like, how else are you gonna do it? You can't do a straight up singles match.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, they both cards are pretty uninspiring, to be honest. I mean, there's a few cool things, the way we book, booking suggestions that I can think of could make it interesting, but yeah, pretty mid, man.
But they have a whole year to book Mania, and this is the best you can come out with. Like, I know you have injuries and you got to change plans, but surely there's better things you can think of instead of playing this uninspiring COD or Mania.
But you know what? It could be one of them ones where expectations are low, and then it might the mania itself might be very good, as long as the matches are good and the booking decisions they make are the right ones, or they do some like big angles. Then it could be one of them ones, like sleeper ones. Because I remember Mania 31, people were not excited for that at all. They were about to be shit, and it was one of the best manias of all time. So
Bro,
hopefully,
I remember the go home show Raw of Mania, yeah, and it was Brock and Roman just taking over the title. I'm like, bro, what the hell are they doing here? And the card wasn't all that great, was it? Let's be honest. And then they delivered a flipping. I mean, it's my personal favorite Mania ever. That watch live.
it was really good. I mean, even Brock Roman, that was a
Yeah.
fantastic. Even without the Seth cashing, it was a really good match. But yeah, I mean, it's not just us that are not feeling. I mean, you can see it, bro. They're struggling to sell tickets. So you know what? I'm happy though. I'm happy. This could actually be the wake up call now. They could see this, but like, oh shit, we need to fix up. Like, we need to pick up our game. But it's more hopeful than confident, really, at this point. But yeah, man, that's been a Mission Podcast. That's been our WrestleMania 42 predictions. That's been Kayfabe and out. We'll see you guys for the next one.